Mr Benn Australia, Series 2, Episode 6, Equestrians Railway. It was just a cloudy morning in Drysdale Avenue. Number 48 was Mr Benn's house. Mr Benn was looking up at the sky. "No activities happening," he said. "Still, it's a fine day to visit the op shop." So he went walking up to Kingston Town to the shopping centre. He arrived at the place and found the op shop where adventures could begin. As if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared. "Good morning," she said. "No need for you to go into the changing room. Look, I just found this mirror, which is a two-worlds one." Mr Benn had a look. "A second world? I didn't know there was one. Twilight, that little pony, went there 3 times. And I think you need the human clones of hers and her friends." So Mr Benn, without finding an outfit, went through the two worlds mirror there. He found himself in Equestrians Railway. It was an amazing sight. "I wonder if there's an outfit shop round here," he asked himself. "Oh, perhaps that's it." He went walking to a shop. There was a name that said, "Rabbit's Fashion Shop." It was a bit different than the costume shop in England, but he went in anyway. To his surprise, there were some men outfits. And he found who the shopkeeper was talking about. Equestrians, he thought. "They're about to try on these outfits. But I wonder if I could find a driver's outfit." He found one. When he picked it up, Rabbitry looked up.
"Hello, sir,"
said Rabbitry.
"Were you going to buy that?"
"Buy it?" said Mr Benn. "I was about to try it on in your changing rooms." He explained about a door leading to an adventure.
"My shop only has one door, not another, and your appearance only was made by walking through a mirror to your world."
Mr Benn noticed a paper plan. He remembered Thomas telling him Henry, the green engine, was in his old shape, which was updated. Did you six make Henry's old shape? He asked.
Yes, we did. We just gave it to Queenstown Steamworks,
said Twilight.
and he's just waiting for you to drive him. Best put that on first, though,
said Rainbow Dash. So Mr. Benn did. And then he was shown to Henry. Henry was doing the stone chain, taking it to the docks. Henry's driver showed him the controls. This gear wheel is for forward and backward. When you want the regulator to be in those conditions, and these are miniature tanks with levers. When one of them are full, you have to move the lever to empty it. And the fireman is to shovel the coal. It sounds easy, said Mr. Benn, so he gave it a test. There's the brakes you use when you see a stopping point in a far distance, said the driver. But if you use it too late, we would stop in the wrong spot. I read a book when Thomas had his brakes fixed. His crew forgot to stop him all right. The journey was all right. Henry was seeing how his new driver was getting on. They arrived at the docks. Mr. Benn, seeing how far the stopping point was, started using the brakes. You have to leave the handbrake on, said Henry. I don't want to go that cool. Mr. Benn had forgotten about the handbrake when they stopped. He wasn't used to trains, and the driver found it. I'll get the hang of it, said Mr. Benn. They started back when the stones were loaded on the ship. I'll get it right this time, said Mr. Benn as they went back to the main yard. New drivers have to learn how to drive engines, said Henry. Yeah, I know. And wheel gear, regulator, brakes, miniature pipes, pressure gauges. Yeah, and the handbrake on when we were stopping on. When they arrived home, Mr. Benn did get it right. He put the handbrake on before getting off. I'll be getting home now. I need to take the card. Bye then, Henry. Mr. Benn found the equestricals in the engine works. They were doing some ends on Digby. He lost his brakes when he went down a steep slope.
We got them mended. You might give him a test run,
said Twilight. I might do that, said Mr. Benn. I learned how to drive Henry, so he did.
Well done, first-class learning skill without a fault.
Thanks. I never drove trains for years. When he got out of the cab, as if by magic, a lady appeared. It was the shopkeeper. That's some skill you made, but I think he's ready for his job. He was to do. Step through this mirror, please. By the new lot, said Mr. Benn. It was nice meeting you.
Bye, Mr. Benn.
He went through the mirror of two worlds again. As he expected, he found he was in the changing room of the shop. He took a last look at himself in the mirror and changed into his clothes. That was interesting, but I'll stick to my world, said Mr. Benn. I'll put it with Dumbledore's robes, said the shopkeeper. Don't tell anyone about that item. Mr. Benn said goodbye and went home. At his gate he found a photo of the Equestricals who have made Henry's old shape. The engines may get a surprise at this, thought Mr. Benn. I'll find a print scanning shop to scan it so I can give it to them, and I can keep it in my collection. It will help me to remember.